Hello, I'm Jeremy Holliday, and this is my case study, Parental Apathy for EDL 856, Community Relations. Let's do it. Category 1, Problem Identification and Analysis. What do I know? Well, Mrs. Rose is the new assistant principal at her school. She's just graduated, took her community relations class over the summer, and she's pretty excited for this new position. Now, as she's spent some time at her new job, she's realized that the parental involvement is lacking. And as she has said something to the current principal has seemed pretty content with the parent involvement at the moment. She suggested putting something together for parents to come and meet, and the principal had kind of denied that, and Mrs. Rose suggested something again, and the principal actually ended up changing their mind and sent out an invitation to parents via paper to attend a parent meeting on Monday at 7:30 p.m. And so 8 parents showed up, and then the principal is wanting to now cancel the meeting. Now, as far as what I need to know, if I was in Mrs. Rose's shoes, I would want to know the history of parent involvement. What does it look like? What had it looked like? Did it always seem this way, or is it something that recently happened? I also want to know, what was the reason for attendance issues on the night of the meeting? Was there a ball game that night? Was there another community event? Did we need to promote through other avenues as opposed to just sending a paper home? I also want to know the current principal's goals and expectations moving forward for community involvement. I'd want to have a genuine conversation saying, hey, what do you want out of community involvement? What types of activities are you wanting? How involved are you wanting parents? That is going to be huge for us to be on the same page. As far as the problem, Mrs. Rose is excited to deepen relationships in the community, and the current principal seems unmotivated to do so. This is going to be problematic moving forward. It's vital that they get on the same page, and it's vital too that the school gets some community relations. Category 2, my proposed plan of action. If I was the assistant principal here, I first would convince the current principal to go ahead and still have the meeting with the 8 parents. Those 8 parents are going to be huge to the success of anything we have moving forward. They could be PTO members, they could be site council members, and so sending them home without having a meeting would put such a sour taste in their mouth that that would be a definite negative experience. And so I would first seek to do that. Then after the meeting, I would want to discuss with the principal what goals there are for future parent involvement, what goals my current principal has, what goals I have. This could be after the meeting that night, could be the next day, could be within the next week, but it would need to be relatively soon while it's fresh on our minds. Then, based upon the principal's response and my response, I would seek to develop a plan of action to increase parent involvement, whether it's through emails I'm sending out, whether it's through social media, Facebook, Twitter, apps that students use, Class Dojo, Seesaw, whether it's through teachers being more active on their emails, or whether it's through creating a survey where we get parent feedback. I would then propose this plan to the principal. Hopefully after receiving the principal's blessing, I would then go ahead with follow through and implementing the plan. As far as resolving the issues, developing a community relationship plan to propose to the principal is going to be huge for our unity moving forward. When we are unified, it's going to benefit students because parents will then become more involved in the learning process through this community relationship plan that we've got. Also, the involved parents are going to help strengthen a PTO or site council team. This could then help take stress off of overworked teachers. Increased communication overall with parents is going to increase the likelihood that parents are going to want to be involved at our school. Those emails or the social media or even phone calls for myself or emails for myself, these are going to be huge in getting parents to get out and get involved with our school. Making parents feel welcome in our school is going to be vital as well. It starts with the secretaries, welcoming them with a smile, being kind, being helpful to them, being patient. It's going to take staff members to be kind and patient as parents are coming in and to really utilize them when they're in our class. It's going to be huge for creating a safe place for these parents where they feel comfortable and they'll continue to serve within our school. Debriefing the problem through reflection, some thoughts, feelings, and things that I was valuing. First off, thoughts. A thought I had was, man, I hope I can convince this principal that our school needs more parent involvement. That's going to be huge for us to be aligned. And if we can't get on the same page, that's going to be a real struggle moving forward. Also, something I was thinking about is how thankful I've been to have spent time as a classroom teacher. I think it helps me analyze this case study through a different perspective. And personally, I come from a school that has a very supportive PTO. I feel valued by our PTO. When I feel valued, it makes me want to keep doing a good job at my job. So it's important, for these classroom experiences I've had to then be able to use them as an administrator. Some feelings I had, I was feeling a little excited about the idea of starting something new, maybe a little nervous about pitching this idea to my current principal, hoping that they would be on the same page as me, and thrilled too to be implementing things that I learned within my classes. Some things I was valuing, the pride of the school. I want parents to be excited and to love our school. I want students to feel like they are feeling encouraged from their parents. Parent involvement is going to be huge in benefiting students and their self-esteem. Also, I was valuing the staff. When we've got supportive PTOs and site councils, then the staff are going to feel like they're valued. When we've got involved parents, the staff are going to feel like they're working alongside parents as opposed to against them. Also, issues still unresolved or needing further investigation. Any survey data that we would collect would need to be analyzed and dissected to see what we needed to do moving forward. Also, taking a look at the process of what it means for parents to be added to site council teams or PTO would be something to look at moving forward. Component 1, evaluating first off, or thinking about how I promoted academic success through this module. Through this module, I promoted academic success by continuing on with the meeting. The beginning has to start somewhere. These 8 parents are going to be huge for us. They could be PTO or site council members, like I mentioned. Also, these members or potential members moving forward, they're going to be beneficial in making our staff feel valued, and it's going to overall help the academic side when we've got happy teachers and also happy parents. Convincing my principal of the need for more community involvement is going to be huge for promoting academic success as well. Unity from my principal and I is going to benefit the students. If it's icy in our office, the entire school is going to feel that negative energy. Increasing parent involvement through consistent communication is also huge. Through this increased parent involvement, it's going to help students feel like they're being heard at home, and they're going to be having more additional conversations about what they're learning at school. This overall is going to benefit them. Component 2, how I promoted personal well-being through this case study. My plan of increasing communication is going to improve conversations outside of school about what's being learned. Through these conversations, students are going to have a more positive self-image of their learning, which is going to improve their well-being. More parent involvement is going to help staff feel like they're working alongside parents as opposed to against them. This will help benefit staff well-being. They're going to have a more positive attitude. Leading community involvement for myself is going to be huge for my own self-image and my own worth within my job of feeling like I'm making a difference. Component 3, how I promoted communities of engagement. First off, continuing with the meeting is going to be vital. It's going to be the very beginning of these parents saying, we felt heard. They're going to go spread the word. And so then hopefully that's going to draw in more parents to continue to be engaged with our school. Convincing the principal of the need for community engagement is going to be huge, because it's going to lead to more opportunities for community involvement. If my principal can't be convinced, then that takes away any community involvement moving forward. Increasing communication with parents also is extremely beneficial. These positive interactions are going to then make parents have a positive self-image of our school. It's going to then make them want to spend more time at our school. When they're spending more time, it's going to help our teachers out, because they're not going to feel like they're overworked. They're going to have valuable volunteers that are helping take care of some of the nitty-gritty that teachers are facing on a daily basis. Overall, this module was excellent for helping dissect community relations. I think it was very applicable, and I really enjoyed taking this class this semester. Thanks so much for watching. Best of luck the rest of your school year.